Have you ever wondered why alliances form between seemingly unrelated nations? Or what roles geopolitical strategies play in these alliances? Well, let's embark on a journey into the world of geopolitics to find out. In the grand scheme of things, think of the world as a colossal chessboard. Each nation, like a piece on the chessboard, has its unique strengths, weaknesses, and strategic importance. Geopolitics is essentially the study of this global chess game. It's an intricate dance of power, strategy, and diplomacy that dictates the relationships between nations. Now let's consider alliances, those interesting bonds that often bring together the most unlikely of partners. These partnerships are not just born out of shared ideals or common enemies, but also geographical location, resources, and strategic positioning. For instance, a country with vast oil reserves may ally with another that has a strong military to protect its resources. Similarly, a nation with a strategic location might seek allies to strengthen its position and security. But there's another crucial aspect of geopolitics that we must discuss: threat perception. This concept is fundamental in international politics. It's the idea that a nation's actions are often influenced by its perception of potential threats. If a country perceives another as a threat, it may seek alliances to counterbalance that threat. So now that we've dipped our toes into the world of geopolitics, let's apply this newfound knowledge to a real-world scenario. Picture this: a tense situation in which China decides to attack the Philippines. In such a scenario, could an alliance form between Iran and the Philippines? It might seem like an unlikely pair, but remember, geopolitics often makes for strange bedfellows. And this brings us to another intriguing question. Why would the Philippines be important to Iran? What could possibly link these two countries on opposite sides of the world? Well, you'll have to keep watching until the end for that answer. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into geopolitics, don't forget to give us a like and hit the subscribe button. Keep your curiosity piqued and stay with us as we unravel the mysteries of the geopolitical chessboard. Now consider a hypothetical scenario. What if China decided to attack the Philippines? This might seem like a far-fetched possibility, but let's indulge in this hypothetical for a moment. What could possibly motivate China to make such a move? Well, there are a few reasons that come to mind. Firstly, there's the issue of regional dominance. China, as we know, is a major player in the East and South China Seas. In fact, it has been involved in numerous territorial disputes in these areas. A successful attack on the Philippines could cement China's control and dominance in the region. Secondly, there's the matter of resources. The South China Sea is rich in oil and gas reserves, not to mention a vital route for global trade. Control over the Philippines would give China direct access to these resources and could potentially disrupt global trade routes, giving China a significant strategic advantage. And finally, there's the strategic advantage. The Philippines is located in a key strategic location in Southeast Asia. Its control could provide China with a foothold for further expansion and dominance in the region. But how would the international community react to such an event? Well, it's safe to say the international response would be swift and severe. The United States, for instance, has a mutual defense treaty with the Philippines. They would be obligated to intervene. Moreover, other nations in the region, such as Japan, South Korea, and Australia, would likely view a Chinese attack on the Philippines as a direct threat to their own security. This could lead to a larger regional conflict, potentially drawing in other global powers. Now, all this brings us to a crucial question. In such a scenario, would Iran consider forming an alliance with the Philippines? With the geopolitical landscape shifting dramatically, it's a possibility we cannot simply brush aside. In fact, it might be in Iran's best interest to do so. But why? Well, that's a question for our next scene. On the surface, Iran and the Philippines might seem like an unlikely pair for an alliance. But is that really the case? Let's delve into this intriguing proposition. Picture this. Iran, a Middle Eastern powerhouse with abundant resources and strategic location, aligning with the Philippines, an archipelago nation in Southeast Asia known for its strategic maritime routes. Doesn't seem so far-fetched now, does it? So, what could possibly draw these two nations towards each other? Well, let's start with shared interests. Both Iran and the Philippines have a vested interest in maintaining peace and stability in their respective regions. They both value sovereignty and non-interference in their domestic affairs. An alliance could serve as a mutual assurance of these principles. Next, let's consider the geopolitical benefits. For Iran, an alliance with the Philippines could serve as a gateway into Southeast Asia. It could provide Iran with a strategic foothold in the region, right at the doorstep of the South China Sea, a critical maritime route for global trade. Now, from the Philippines' perspective, an alliance with Iran could offer a counterbalance to China's growing influence in the region. It could also provide the Philippines with access to Iran's vast energy resources, a welcome boon for a nation heavily reliant on energy imports. But it's not just about politics and resources. Did you know that Iran and the Philippines share a long history of cultural and academic exchanges? Yes, indeed. Since the 1970s, thousands of Iranians have studied in the Philippines, forging personal ties that have helped build mutual understanding and respect between the two nations. So, when you take into account shared interests, geopolitical benefits, and historical ties, an alliance between Iran and the Philippines begins to make a lot of sense. It's a fascinating illustration of how nations can find common ground and mutual benefits in the most unexpected of alliances. So, an Iran-Philippines alliance might not be as far-fetched as you think. But why would the Philippines be of interest to Iran in the first place, and you might wonder? Well, let's dive into that. To begin with, the Philippines is strategically located at the eastern edge of the Asia-Pacific region. This archipelago nation is nestled in the heart of Southeast Asia, a region teeming with dynamic economies and promising growth. Its position along the Pacific Ocean's western boundary also makes it a crucial gateway to the vast Pacific expanse, connecting East Asia with the rest of the world. Moreover, the Philippines is a vital link in the maritime shipping routes, particularly those passing through the South China Sea. This sea lane is one of the world's busiest, with approximately 1/3 of global maritime trade passing through it. A friendly Philippines could offer Iran a foothold in this critical region, potentially increasing Iran's economic and geopolitical influence. But it's not just about geography. The Philippines is blessed with a wealth of natural resources, from mineral deposits to rich biodiversity. It's one of the world's top producers of nickel, copper, and gold. Plus, it boasts vast agricultural lands that churn out a variety of crops, including rice, corn, and coconuts. These resources could be of significant interest to a resource-hungry nation like Iran. Lastly, let's not forget the potential influence the Philippines could wield in the region. As a member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, the Philippines could be a valuable ally for Iran in navigating regional politics and building alliances. So when we look at the Philippines' strategic location, its natural resources, and its potential influence, it becomes clear why Iran might be interested in forging an alliance. This archipelago nation could be a gateway, a resource, and an ally all rolled into one. So the Philippines could indeed be a valuable ally for Iran. It offers a unique blend of strategic advantages that could tip the balance in Iran's favor in the intricate game of geopolitics. And in this ever-changing world, who wouldn't want an ally like that? So, could an Iran-Philippines alliance actually happen if China were to attack the Philippines? We've navigated the geopolitical chessboard, factored in China's role, traced the connections between Iran and the Philippines, and zoomed in on the strategic importance of the Philippines. Now it's time to circle back to our original question. The complexity of international relations means that there's no definitive answer. However, we've seen that such an alliance isn't entirely out of the realm of possibility. The strategic importance of the Philippines, coupled with Iran's potential interest in the region, could indeed create a situation that fosters an alliance. But would this alliance be enough to deter a hypothetical Chinese attack? Again, it's hard to say. The dynamics of power, the balance of military might, and the unpredictable nature of international politics would all play a role in shaping the outcome. What about the people? How would the citizens of the Philippines and Iran react to such an alliance? Public opinion can often be a game changer in geopolitical decisions. Would they support their governments in forging such a bond, or would they resist? And what about the rest of the world? How would other countries react to this potential alliance? Would they support it, oppose it, or remain neutral? Each reaction would carry its own set of consequences, further complicating the situation. Yet, as we've explored, the stakes are high and the potential rewards could be significant. It's a game of high risks and high returns, a delicate dance on the world stage. The only certainty in this complex equation is uncertainty itself. So we're left with even more questions than when we started. But isn't that the beauty of exploring the fascinating world of international relations? It's a never-ending journey of discovery, full of unexpected twists and turns. While this is all hypothetically speaking, it's always fascinating to explore the potential twists and turns of international relations. Keep wondering, keep asking, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.